what it means to play Big Ten lacrosse. Just about set for action here. Maryland and High Point to kick off the 2022 season. And we are underway from a chilly day in College Park. Welcome back to college lacrosse. And a Maryland offense that averaged nearly 16 goals per game.
A new player, you're trying to get involved early, gets a goal in under 20 seconds.
Ensuing face-off also won by Maryland. Luke Wierman is at the Fogo position, about 45% from X a season ago. Long at all for him to add to that streak here today on opening day. Wierman wins the face-off again. Wierman might have it himself. He does. Good save from Green. Fight for the rebound is won by the visitors. Owen Murphy does. Of course, the heated, long-time rival between Maryland and Johns Hopkins. Making the trip from Baltimore to College Park lacrosse that they don't rebuild, they reload. But for Maryland, you can already see it paying off in game number one and quarter number one.
John Tillman knows how to
start. Maryland able to win the ensuing 20. He loves playing against John Torpy's team. As a timeout's going to be called quickly. Time. Maryland has started to open up the goal-scoring faucet. And another face-off win. That time it's tie once again. Maryland has been dominating at the face-off X. 2. So Maia on the board, courtesy of the assist from Asher Nolting. So that's the two big hitters for High Point who get on the score sheet for that goal, and now they'll have a chance to go the other way once again.
5 assists.
Goals in all but 3 games last season for Asher Nolting, but already 2 assists as another penalty marker is thrown. Gonna be another honorable mention All-American last season. Did work on the offensive side of things, did a lot of work on the defensive side of things last year as well, and you know, he loves getting back on the score sheet in 2022. Another face-off win by Maryland. And nice move by Luke Wierman to evade a pair of defenders who's got 2 helpers himself already. And another man-up 30-second opportunity coming up for the Terps. High Point has had all sorts of trouble at the face-off X.
Yeah,
started since February of 2020, but comes off the bench and makes an impact. Ground ball opportunity off the face-off is won by High Point. Time, and that's got to be a good feeling coming back to your home state and getting a goal against the flagship school. Maryland wins the ensuing face-off. That's any question of whether he was up to the task of wearing a jersey like the Maryland #1. All those questions have been put to bed. And can Maryland score again in the final 10 seconds after Tygh won the face-off? He gets dispossessed, though, as Nolting is going to have to be stopped by the referee's whistle. 5 seconds to go. Maryland here between Maryland and High Point. Underway in the third quarter with Luke Wierman winning the face-off. Maryland has dominated at the face-off X, 13 of 17. And Josh, that's a big reason why they've got this lead.
Yeah, and Wierman not only winning the face-off there, but making sure he keeps the ball and gets the...
Braden Maia with 2 on the other side for High Point. Face off with the ground ball, it's still loose. And Maryland's gonna win it once again. All the ground balls, all the face-offs, all the 50-50 attackers like him, or on the other side, players like Wisnauskas, once you see the ball go into the back of the net once, more and more likely you're gonna see it going more and more. It just builds that confidence. And now Maryland wins the ensuing face-off again. 2 years ago. So a couple of players who have multiple goals for Maryland between Murphy, Kahn, and Wisnauskas. And Wisnauskas leading the way with 4 goals and 7 points. He has 3 assists as well, which we haven't talked about as much, but he's playing facilitator as well as finisher. And Trey Smith is going to get a penalty to make things going from bad to worse for High Point. A minute for slashing. So a man-up opportunity coming for Maryland. And they're able to win the face-off with the extra man coming through. Logan Wisnauskas. Kahn with his second helper of the day as well. And it has been a banner day all the way around for Maryland as the lead opens up to 9.
And if you're any team in the SoCon, those two are going to be hard to stop this year.
Yeah, you certainly look at Richmond and Jacksonville as two of the key other contenders in the conference. Jacksonville facing off with a big High Point with a face-off win. So look to keep the deficit single. They did so last time that the Panthers came to town 2 seasons ago, a 23-12 win. An offensive explosion, and they will count the goal. Ensuing face-off battle for it, and a whistle. And it's gonna go High Point's way. At Parker Green, 17 goals conceded. That's now 40 combined goals allowed for him in the 2 times he has faced off with the Terps here at Capital One Field at Maryland Stadium, but you can't really point at anything. And Maryland absolutely pouring it on in College Park. High Point coming the other way with Knowlton, who's able to get towards the crease and just native of St. Paul, Minnesota, now into his sophomore season. This is still a fairly young High Point team, Josh. Talked about players like Vines, who's a senior, and Knowlton, who's a 5th-year player. But there are some younger players on this High Point team as well. You look at players like Van Overbeek, he's a sophomore. Maie has been excellent, he's a sophomore. As Maryland's able to score once again immediately. It's Gavin Tygh, his first in a Maryland jersey.
Another newcomer, another goal.
Hard to keep up with all the goals coming from Maryland. The transfer from UVA right off of the face-off is able to come right down and score.
Just wins his face-off very well, beats his man, pops up in the air. No one's gonna fill the lane. He says, all right, I'll do it myself.
Can barely get through our other talking point before Maryland with another scoring chance and another goal. Interestingly enough, Tygh did face High Point with UVA. A couple of seasons ago, he went 6 for 7 against the Panthers at X. Today, he's 8 for 13, and Wierman is 11 for 17. We've talked about how
The assist on that one, Ben?
Well, I think if I had a couple of guesses, I won't really need it. Asher Knowlton with 5 assists. Vines was able to beat Morris High. 4 minutes to go. The lead is 19-11. Maryland fighting for it and winning it with Chase Cope, but then losing out right back after they were able to get it. And get himself on the board with 2:45 to go. 3-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week last year, Oliver. He's going to be a big piece of what Maryland does this year.
Just being that facilitator, being able to find all the passes, get the ball into the right stick at the right time.
And get himself on the board with 2:45 to go. 3-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week last year, Oliver. He's going to be a big piece of what Maryland does this year.
Just being that facilitator.
A little over 2 minutes to go, and Maryland's not stopping offensively. The first game of the year for them as well, Josh. You want to be able to get those good habits going offensively. 23 goals is the record for Maryland, which they set 2 years ago against